Welcome, everybody, to the NFL Presidential Address for Week 11. This is part 2. We will be looking at 4 total bets. Make sure to check out part 1, where we took apart 3 side bets. Great video. And guys, just to make mention before we get into it, last week I gave out 8 bets on these shows. We went 6-2. We also had a winning week for our clients, like usual. That's 6 out of 8 Sundays now. And our total record is 67 wins, 46 losses, which is a 59% record across all NFL Presidential Address videos. I am so proud of how we have started the season, halfway through and at 59%. Incredible stuff. So make sure to check out part 1. This is part 2. Okay, 4 total bets. Let's go. Normally, I give out unders. Last week, I think all of them were unders. Not today. Let's start with Dallas and Carolina. The total in this game is 41.5. We're going to look at the over in this game. And let me tell you this, I'm still mad at myself for not taking the over in the Dallas Giants game last Sunday. I was worried the Giants might only put up 3 points. And as it turned out, it made absolutely no difference. The Cowboys put up 49 on their own. That's the second game in their last 3 that they have scored 43 or more points. So let me bottom line this. There is no reason to think the boys can't cover the over 41 all by themselves. It is not like they're playing a team that has a defense. Sure, the Panthers held a pathetic Chicago team to 16, and they did play great against Houston, holding them to 13. But other than that, yikes. In their last 5 games, in Carolina's last 5 games, they have allowed 42 points or more twice. And that's the total, 42 points. Anyway, the total has just actually moved while I am doing this video. It's 42.5. Don't care. We're going over. So here we have a game where the boys have gone over 42.5 by themselves 2 out of 3 games. And the Panthers have allowed over 42 twice in their last 5 games. With that said, I do think we need some points from the Panthers to get this total over. I know their offense has been a total disaster, but they have had over 13 points in every single game so far this season. If the Panthers score 13 again, the Cowboys only need 30. That seems pretty easy for this Dallas Cowboy team. In the Cowboys' 10 games this year, they've gone over 35 times. And now they're playing one of the worst defenses in the entire league. I think it's totally realistic to see the Cowboys get to 35, even 40 in this game. Carolina has allowed an average of 27 points per game. That's the 3rd worst in football. They are the 6th worst in stopping the run, and they're the 6th worst in stopping the pass. I don't see how this game goes under the total. Take Dallas and Carolina over the total of 42.5 points. Now we turn our attention to Tampa Bay. Going into San Fran, a total here again, same type of number, 41.5. We have 42s out there. Same argument, same reasoning. We're going straight to the over. Okay, the San Fran bottom out is done. It's behind them. They're back to being the best team in football. If you take out those 3 crappy games, all without Debo, they have scored over 30 points in every game they've played this season. San Fran is the 3rd best scoring team in all of football. They are averaging 28 points a game. And I think those numbers are deflated. If Debo was healthy, they would be ahead of Miami, and they'd be averaging closer to 34 points per game. San Fran are the top 10 team in rushing, top 10 team in passing, and frankly, impossible to stop. Tampa Bay is an okay D, okay at best, not great, but mediocre. They're in the top 10 in the league in stopping their opponents from scoring. However, their big issue is stopping the pass. They are the 2nd worst team in all of football in stopping the pass. To be honest, I actually don't give a shit how good or bad Tampa Bay's defense is. It's irrelevant when playing San Fran. San Fran's getting their 30 points no matter what. So let's bottom line this. I think San Fran gets at least 30 points again on Sunday, and that means we need 12 points from Tampa Bay to push, 13 to go over the total. Now, Tampa Bay has scored less than 12 twice this season. They put up 6 against Detroit and 11 against Philly. But they did just put up 20 on Tennessee, 37 on Houston, and 18 against the Bills, and they are averaging 20 points a game. Now, I know San Fran is a lights-out defense and held Jacksonville to only 3, but that's more of an aberration. Teams are going to put up more than 3 on San Fran. With that said, I wouldn't be surprised if San Fran gets to 34 points, and with all Tampa Bay's weapons on offense, I think they could get over 12. I see a 34-20, 34-17-16 type of a game here. I see Tampa Bay getting a late meaningless touchdown. I see this game going over. This is a short number, especially with San Fran playing. Take over the total of 42. Now we need to, before we get into the Arizona-Houston game, I just want to remind everybody, I do have a side and total on the Thursday night game, but more importantly, I have a 5% play up for Sunday in NFL. This 5% play is an ATS play. That's the best, strongest play I put out across all sports all the time. My record in these ATS plays, 27 wins, 13 losses since the start of last year. Those are insane numbers. They're incredible. These plays are rare. I did not have one single ATS bet last week, so make sure to play my 5% play. Okay, Arizona, Houston. The total in this game is 48, and here is what we know. Houston can score a ton, and Arizona can't play any defense. Let's start with Houston. Wow. CJ Stroud and this Houston team sitting in a wild card spot. They just beat the Bengals in Cincinnati. They scored 30 against Cincinnati, 39 against Tampa Bay in their last 2 games. This team is averaging 24 points per game. Now they face the 5th worst D in all of football. Arizona has allowed 26 points a game. So if Houston is averaging 24 points and we're capable of scoring 30 and 39 against better defenses, how many points are they going to put up against this anemic Cardinal D? I think they get into the 30s easily. Let's go with 30 points. That means we need 18 points from Arizona to get a push, 19 to get over that total. On the entire year, this Arizona team has averaged only 17.6 points per game. But that was without Murray, and I think he is an improvement from Dobbs or whoever they throw out there. Murray and the Cards just put up 25 in Atlanta. It was a pretty good D. Well, a much better D than Houston, that's for sure. Murray threw for 230 yards. They also ran for 122. They found a good balance and were able to move the ball up and down the field. While Houston is lights out right now on offense, their D struggles. They're in the bottom half of the league in points allowed at 21.3 per game, and they're in the bottom 10 in passing yards allowed. I think we have two really bad D units. Well, one really bad D unit, one mediocre D unit. I see one team able to score 30 points. They've done it twice in a row. And I see another team with Murray back being able to get into the 20s. 28-21 gets us over the total. That's where we're going. Take Arizona and Houston over the total of 48. Now our last game, Tennessee and Jacksonville. This line is at 40, and full disclosure, I don't think I've ever bet a Tennessee game over in 2 years. I don't ever remember giving out 4 overs in an NFL Prezidential Address. Well, both those change right now. We're taking the over. It's our 4th over out of 4, and the first time we're going over in a Tennessee game in memory. Everyone is talking about what happened. What happened to Jacksonville's offense? And yes, I understand they only put up 3 against San Fran. But guys, breathe, calm down. The 5 games previous to San Fran, they scored 20, 31, 37, 25, and 23. They are averaging 21 points per game this season. Jacksonville is in the top half of the leagues in points scored, in rushing yards, and in passing yards. After a dismal performance against San Fran, I think we see a great offensive performance Sunday with Jacksonville getting to 27 points. That means we need 14 points from Tennessee to get this game over the total. In Tennessee's 9 games this year, they've gone over 14 points 7 times. The only 2 games that went under 14 points for Tennessee was against Tampa Bay and Cleveland. Jacksonville does not have a great D, guys. Their D is allowing 21.1 points per game. This Jacksonville team has literally the 3rd worst pass defense in all of football. Even Chicago has a better pass D. Now, normally this wouldn't matter against Tennessee, but since Levis has taken over QB for the Titans, they are throwing the ball more. Even against Tampa Bay in that disastrous effort, Levis still threw for around 200 yards. The bottom line here is we have 2 mediocre defenses at best and 1 really good offense and 1 middle-of-the-pack offense. The line is super low, and even if we see a 23-20 type game, it still gets us over the total. I do lean on Tennessee, but I prefer the over. I'm confident we're going to see Jacksonville get 27 here. I'm confident this game will go over. Take Tennessee and Jacksonville over the total of 40. That's it for the daily for the NFL Presidential Address. I know I keep calling it the Daily Presidential Address. If you want to hear that, you got to log on to WagerTalk today, every day, 12 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel, WagerTalk TV. Guys, take a minute, hit the like button, put up comments, subscribe to our channel. I read all the comments and I will respond. Thank you for watching these videos. Make sure to watch part 1, and we will see you all next week for week 12.